Ladies and gentlemen.
Can you hear the drums, Fernando? I remember long ago another starry night like this. There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright, Fernando. They were shining there for you and me, for liberty.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Fernando here, your friendly neighborhood conservative. Yeah, ex-con. Yeah, with the common sense and random shit show. Because as this guy keeps saying every single day, unless I miss a day, but almost every day, last 4 years, before the inauguration of Trump. That's what it was. A shit show. And it's still a shit show. Let's be real. Especially with all this bullshit. I mean, it's pretty much a slight civil-ish war. And it's all coming from the left. Let's be real. I mean, you know, just a year ago, not even a year ago, buy EV, save the world. Elon is the shit, whatever. Whatever it was. Now they hate him. And they're trying to burn shit down. They even burned down the GOP headquarters in New Mexico. So where's the violence come from? Not the right. The left. And if you are okay with that, you got issues. And you're in the wrong. I'm sorry. I mean, this is coming from this guy. Ex-convict, ex-gang member. I mean, it's crazy. You know, and I said yesterday, I wish I had a Tesla. So, Elon Musk, if you're listening, if you're watching, just give me the cheapest one, please. The cheapest one. I'll even pay a minimum as I could a month, so it won't be free. Just so somebody would invest with me. That rhymed. I should be a rapper. Have dancers behind me. No. Anyway, yeah. So let's get to some pictures. Through. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. They all loved him, and now, because he has aligned himself with Donald Trump, gotta get close, I'm blind. Now he's the enemy. And they can't crush him on policy. They want to crush him with violence. The left. That's what they're all about. It's ridiculous what's going on in the U.S. Group photo of everyone. Bernie Sanders lifted from poverty. Poverty. Wow. Yeah. Can't see it, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Social Security was never drying up. They were stealing it. And you see that bombshell that Elon and his Doge team blew up yesterday or the day before, whatever it was, of how much these illegals and these Democrats are helping to steal your money. Just saying, one thing the pandemic has taught is that if America is ever attacked by actual invaders, the Democrats will join the enemy. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know what you're seeing. And last but not least, the Democratic Party saying violent bigots, new costumes. Pretty much. And did you see this guy yesterday, day before, whatever it was? You know, this dude.
ICE agents on site. That's right. If ICE agents are trying to take you or a loved one, shoot them on site. The way they're pulling up, with masks on, with unmarked vehicles, no badge, no nothing, it could be anybody. It can be gang members.
Yo, this dude is a idiot. Don't be an idiot. You know, and since that video surfaced, apparently I saw somebody else, I didn't download the other one, where he was backtracking saying, well, I wasn't really telling people to shoot people or shoot. Yes, he was. He should be in jail. Right now, he should be in cuffs, headed to the station, wherever it was they're taking him, and be put somewhere and never be seen again, or for a long time. I'm just saying. And supposedly he's a realtor. What kind of piece of shit individual does that? Listen, I said before, this guy here, no matter what my past, I support the blue, and I support ICE, I support Trump, I support every policy that they're putting out right now. Take them all out. Immigrants, get them out, all of them. It is what it is, as this guy always says. And that piece of shit should be in jail. I don't know why he's not in jail yet. If I haven't seen anything, I hope he is. But whatever's whatever, you know. I know I'm always being funny about stuff, and it's not always about comedy, even though there's a few things I want to talk about that are kind of funny. But that shit right there, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? And everything that's going on with these assholes on the left, they're tempting fate. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. They're tempting fate. America's tired of it. You need to stop your bullshit. Hypocrisy is just, we see it. I mean, America sees what you're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, you know? I'll never get it. But anyway, yeah, meme day. This is what I think this is called, Meme the Left. Yeah, look them up. They're pretty good. Every day I think they post a video. It's pretty funny.
Friendly reminder, as a white American woman, yeah, I will no longer be dating white men. I'm looking for anything other than a white man.
Whatever you say, boomer. Okay.
Bitch jealous. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell me. Crop tops in the wintertime showing.
I got a letter in the mail yesterday that told me that my housing stuff was like defunded and they can't help me with any of my bills anymore, including electric and gas, and if I were to move, they couldn't help me move anymore. So it's super cool.
Oh, but baby.
Karma's a bitch. That's all I'm saying. And all you piece of shit dirtbags on the left, keep doing what you're doing. You're going to lose. Karma's a bitch. It's going to come for you. The law is going to come for you. And when it comes down to it, guess what? America's still going to be better off without you. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, now, I've said before, I'm not going to say a million times because it's never been a million times, but it has been enough. Breaking news, not here. This is why I post in the beginning intro non-breaking news, because I'm sure most of the stuff that I post on here you've seen before, but there is somebody I keep saying every day that I think you should subscribe to who not mainstream media type, but this guy here always has a good take on whatever news you may have seen or will see, and his 2 cents on it is not too far either way. It's common sense. This guy has common sense, ex-military, goes on every day, every time there's a news on either mainstream media talking bullshit or even on conservative media. This guy has really good take on it. I think you should be subscribed. This guy is. I try to watch all his videos, and I always feel smarter after watching them. when it comes to logic and common sense. Anyway, I don't expect return. I don't expect him to even mention me or even think about me. But you should think about him no matter what. Him and I have two different shows. He talks real stuff. I just talk bullshit. Make fun of the bullshit. And the clown show shit show that has been and still will be for a while because they're not going to learn. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to my YouTube, the Common Sense and Random Poop Show, because I couldn't use the word shit. I had to change it to poop, even though the word shit is everywhere else, including this video. But it's whatever. You know, I'm still on YouTube because they haven't blocked any of my recent ones. 2 weeks ago, maybe. Or muted or whatever. Facebook, I haven't done Facebook Live because now they have new rules where they muted a few of my videos, parts of them, and after 30 days, they start deleting your live. So I'm done with that. I'll just post a link from Rumble and sometimes YouTube onto Facebook. So if you're waiting for me on Facebook, not going to happen. Sorry, too much bullshit rules. And at the same time, the conservative ex-con, this guy, yeah, on Rumble, conservative. If you have, don't have this app, shame on you. You should. Owned and run by conservatives, no censorship whatsoever. And they're actually better, I've mentioned before, because even if you don't have a subscription, you can actually figure out, I've said it before, I explained a little bit, if you go back a couple of videos where if you swipe and it goes to a little picture-in-picture, you can actually turn the screen off and listen to what you're watching, which is pretty cool, an advantage over YouTube. And there's no bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's see where I'm going here. Live, no script. The only script I have is videos that I download and decide I'm going to share and make fun of, whatever it may be. But this next one, America's Back, you already know.
No matter how many surgeries you have or chemicals you inject, if you're born with male DNA in every cell of your body, you can never become a woman. You're not going to be a woman. And that's why last month I proudly signed a historic executive order to ban men from competing in women's sports, and it was very popular.
I hate it here.
Yes, I'm still under the weather. It's driving me nuts. That's Will Smith's son. Issues, if you know anything about him. Kid's got issues. Weirdo. Wow. But hey, that's what happens when you have liberal parents. As you've seen Tim Walz's daughter, Tampon Tim. Psycho. Idiot. Libtard. And since we're getting on libtard, let's talk about that for a minute. Yeah, that's me.
Friendly reminder, as a white American woman, yeah, I will no longer be dating white men. I'm looking for anything other than a white man. Okay? Just a heads up.
Yeah.
Destruction of property is a perfectly viable source of protest. No harming humans, obviously.
Yeah.
Human life is sacred no matter whose it is. But property is, these are just things. These are just cars.
Ya que me enteré que existe una ley que dice que si una casa no está habitada, podemos expropiarla.
America lived happily ever after. Yes, not without, especially without that piece of shit. Fuck around and find out. He just found out. See ya. Just saying. Anyway, I mentioned this. I've mentioned Will Kane before. Will Kane is a great show. He has a show Monday to Friday at 4. And, you know, I've always had faith in the guy. I've always known where his cojones were because I've watched him for a couple years. He used to be, I believe, on weekends with P. Hexeth before P. Hexeth was put where he should be. Secretary of Defense, badass, I'm just saying. But Will Kane, yet another victim from the left. You gotta love this guy, I'm saying. I mean, why? Why do these guys keep going on Fox News?
Call me old-fashioned, but when I was a kid growing up, when you made a mistake, the first thing you did was you said sorry. The second thing you did is you did the work to make sure that it never happens again. In the old America, where we did those sorts of things and stood up for the people that you just did a segment on Medal of Honor winners, you know what you don't do? You don't come out and trash Jeffrey Goldberg, without whose work we would not even know about this mistake that Congress should be doing a little bit of oversight on.
Stop right there if you wouldn't mind, please. Let's have a back and forth. We agree it's a mistake. On that, we agree. You inserted the word serious. And that is the weight of this debate. That is the weight of this argument. For the first time in 2 months, Democrats get to be on the front foot. I'm sure you're excited. You get to attack in a unified way against a mistake made by Republicans. So what you're doing is you're ramping up the hyperbolic response to this by calling it a serious mistake. You even now just invoked that men could get killed. There's nothing in this that suggests that to be true. What you just said, there is zero evidence to say that could be true. The information that was shared that you're pointing at was at 11:44. We know that an attack took place within minutes of that. Minutes. And so he was getting, inappropriately, real-time updates. I agree with you. Inappropriate mistake that needs to be rectified, and Trump and Waltz also thought so and just said so. But that was not a serious mistake putting American lives into jeopardy, and I think that your side is doing this to score political points, the first political points they've been able to accomplish in 2 months.
Yep.
Well, what we're talking about here, and I've spent a decade now watching how our intelligence community communicates with the warfighter. So I am not going to listen to you tell me that this is about a partisan advantage. It is a mistake, and yes, it's a very serious mistake. Because if you make a mistake in Social Security and grandma doesn't get a phone call through, that's bad. But there is not zero risk that our young men and women in uniform, the ones who flew those F-35s and F-18s,
Congressman, how was an American life put into jeopardy?
We will find
Congressman,
out.
How?
Because
fine, you've made a claim. Tell me how an American life was put into jeopardy.
Because in an insecure channel, in what was acknowledged as a mistake before, whether it was a day or 2 hours or 5 hours,
doesn't matter. It was
in a signal chat that we know. Do you want an answer to your question? In a signal chat that we know that the Russians could intercept, they might have told the Houthis in an hour, and in half an hour they're moving their anti-aircraft stuff around. It is by the grace of God that we don't have dead pilots or sunken ships right now. And I will tell you, whether it's a big mistake or a small mistake, to then go and attack Jeffrey Goldberg, without whom we wouldn't even know about this mistake, it's got to make
including Jeffrey Goldberg was the mistake. Including Jeffrey Goldberg was the mistake.
And talk to get any military officer on your show right now, Will. Get any military officer serving right now, any intelligence officer, and they will tell you that Jeffrey Goldberg was the cherry on top of using an insecure channel in advance to discuss military plans.
I'm not going to argue, Congressman. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue that no mistake was made. And I'm not going to argue that Signal is the perfectly appropriate app to have this conversation. What I am going to argue with you is that you are hyperbolically taking this over the top, yes, absolutely, for partisan points, in order to score in the first time in 2 months. Don't do it on Signal. I agree. Don't do it on Signal.
Well,
but nobody's live.
You know what? Here's the
CIA
thing.
director.
You are the one who is making this into a partisan issue.
No,
and
he's
we
not.
are talking
You guys
about the
are.
lives of our young men and women, and it makes me want to throw up to hear you turn this into a partisan issue when we are talking about the lives of our airmen and Marines and sailors. You just need to stop this. You cannot run a segment cheering Medal of Honor winners, many of whom win posthumously, and
you know what I could run a segment on,
this
Congressman?
mistake is about partisan advantage.
It is. And I can run that segment, and I'm doing it with you right now, and I'll tell you something else. This isn't an administration that watched as 13 Marines died or spilled secrets to the Chinese Communist Party or did any of the other things that we just watched. It's hard to take you seriously, or that Jeffrey Goldberg is the hero in this story, when what you're positing is a hypothetical, and a hypothetical that will be rectified.
That's it. You see what I'm saying? Where was this asshole when 13 U.S. soldiers died? American heroes. Nobody was fired. Nobody was suspended. Nobody was disciplined. Nothing. A leak. Some schmuck who's a piece of shit Trump hater with TDS who lied before about bullshit about Trump. And then he leaked it into the press. was involved in a conversation that had no top secret. It was just sensitive information. It's been said and done. Trump and Watts has agreed it was a mistake and they're going to rectify it. Never happen again. And they want people to pay. Nobody died. The mission was successful minutes after this conversation. It's out there. This is the only, as Will Kane says, this is the only thing they have right now, because the last 2 months, they've been getting their asses spanked with America being better, getting better. Shit's happening, and these fuckwads found one thing, and it has no weight on it. But it's whatever. Fuck them. It's whatever. We already see through it. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. Anyway, let's change the subject. Babylon B. I had this video about a week ago. I didn't post it. But this liberal shit, you know, England, other countries, Italy, was it France? Not Italy, France, you know, trying to stop the GOP, people trying to run. I mean, it's all over the world. It isn't just America, but their way of thinking. It's comical, but it is what it is. Watch this, just to change the subject.
There is a deadly plague sweeping over Great Britain. This cancerous plague threatens everything. Our nation, our culture, our values, and everything we hold dear. If it is not stopped, we might lose our homeland forever. This terrible disease is bigotry. That is why, as proud citizens of Great Britain, we must all keep a stiff upper lip and do our part to avoid bigotry, racism, and Islamophobia. Here are just a few helpful tips to help you avoid the stain of bigotry whilst you're being raped, stabbed, or blown up by Pakistani migrants. When an Islamic migrant approaches you and begins repeatedly thrusting a knife into your torso or face area, remember this: white British citizens sometimes stab people too, and you should be ashamed of yourself for thinking people stabbing is a Muslim thing. While the attacker stabs you, close your eyes and try to picture him as a white male. This simple meditation will help your bias melt away like clotted cream on a toasty, crumpeted tea time. Cheers, old boy. You've done it. If you are a woman, always remember to wear modest clothing. Ideally, clothing should cover your legs, your ankle, your face, your eyes, and everything else. Take a look at Elizabeth here. Now that's an attractive and safe look for England's streets. Failing to wear the proper attire could lead to men of undetermined religion and national origin succumbing to their baser instincts, making you a target. So, do the right thing for England and cover up. That a girl, Elizabeth. Avoid regressive and offensive British terms, such as cheerio, codswallop, or throw a wobbly. Instead, use more inclusive terms, such as Allahu Akbar, or death to Israel. This makes British Muslims feel welcome. If you've done all these things and still have feelings of bigotry, simply submit to the Holy Quran and acknowledge Muhammad as the one true prophet of Allah. Then, follow all the tenets of Islam, pray 5 times per day facing Mecca, and maybe even stab another British person while shouting Allahu Akbar. Congratulations! You have completely rid yourself of the stain of bigotry. And as the evil dictator Winston Churchill once said, keep calm and carry on.
Apologies. Oh my God, it's driving me nuts. Liberal logic. This is, you can almost compare it to what's going on here in the U.S. That's the logic of the left. They're crazy. They're insane. People like me, read between the lines. I'm just saying, that was to the left. Look, I'm a minority, obviously, not because of my race, but because I don't make much money. I have 3 jobs. And I'm still struggling. It is what it is. But this is America, and whatever freedoms I may have left, I'm enjoying them. And we dodged the bullet, people. You may not have known, if you don't watch news and you only watch guys like me because you like the way I look, because I'm pretty handsome for a 53-year-old. Anyway, they would have been knocking on people's door, maybe not mine because I'm new and nobody really watches me, except for like 2 or 3 people later on. not live. Anyway, but a bunch of these conservative outlets, YouTubers, would have a knock on their door. A lot of Fox hosts would probably be taken down. You guys have no idea how close we were to a real dictatorship. But you know what? America, we saw everything. We saw what was coming. We saw that, you know, Trump wasn't really Hitler and all this other shit. And as I was mentioning yesterday, Walkaway campaign, I got one more video. The Spanish guy, I believe he's Spanish. And I think I saw the video once, but I've been watching so many of them. But I have family members that believe like this guy. And like this guy should walk away. But just watch this guy. Very, very interesting video.
Democratic. My departure from the Democratic Party. I see a trend about people documenting their departure, and here's my story. Growing up, I was a Democrat because that's what my mom told us we were. We were Democrats because Republicans are for rich white people. Not only are they for rich white people, but they're also racist. They don't like black and brown. And my mom's telling me, I didn't really care at the time. That's just what I believed. It is what it is. When I turned 18 and I could vote, I didn't really question it. I just voted Democrat anytime an election came up. Didn't matter what the party candidate stood for. But then the 2016 election happened and President Trump ran. He was all over the media. I mean, the things he was saying was so outlandish that I got involved with politics. I liked his message about draining the swamp. It really resonated with me. But here is Donald Trump, somebody I've always liked outside of politics, running for president of the United States as a Republican. He's not my enemy, I thought. President Trump is now racist. Donald Trump is racist. He hates me and my people. So I didn't vote at all that year. I couldn't vote for Trump, and I was not going to vote for Hillary. Here's the thing. My girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, her and her family were Republicans, and they were outspoken about it. They're from Nicaragua. They support Trump. I mean, even now, they have MAGA hats, MAGA sneakers, MAGA everything. And that was eye-opening for me because growing up, politics and religion are two topics we don't discuss. But they were open about supporting Trump. Fast forward to 2020. I took the time and started looking into Trump's history. I found out all the good things he has done throughout his life for black and brown and white. It didn't really matter to him. He's been acting the same since the 80s. He's just a businessman. Black, brown, white, didn't really matter. And that's when I realized he wasn't a racist or just for white people. He's a patriot. He's for America first, for all people. Then I started looking at the Republican Party, like into it. And sure, there are some extremists, but for instance, I train at a jiu-jitsu gym. And for the past 6 years, I've trained with people from all walks of life. Black, white, brown, Brazilian, African-American, Jamaican, Haitian, Cuban, Colombian. It didn't matter. They're from all walks of life. And guess what? Most of them turned out to be conservative. We didn't judge each other by skin color or politics. It was just respect. Love and respect. And that's when it really hit me. The whole Republican are for the rich and hate black and brown people thing, it's not true. It's a narrative pushed by the left to keep us divided. The truth is, politics shouldn't be about race or stereotypes. It's about values, policies, and what's best for us all. So I stepped back, questioned what I was told, found my own truth, and honestly, it's been freeing.
Oh shit.
The past is like a dream.
Suspect is armed and dangerous.
Images and feelings that offer some truth about how we got here. Even if details have blurred with time.
I had a dream last night about that trip we took with Mom in the woods. I miss her. I miss her family.
My wife was supposed to start a new medication.
The company that makes the drug pulled it off the market.
Paying competitors to sell generic brands of drugs? That is immoral.
Our next caller is from Pittsburgh.
If my wife dies,
It's your death sentence. I can help you get justice for what happened to your wife.
Who's that?
Local family gets ravaged by big pharma's greed. We could blow this thing wide open.
Sorry I had to pause it. I just realized the mic was off the last 5 minutes. Holy shit, I'm pretty pissed off about that. I'm not gonna start this video over because I know you're gonna be like, what the hell? But as I was saying, after the Walkaway video, that video was dedicated to you, family members, people I love. Watch, please do your research. That's all I'm saying. If you don't love this country, get the fuck out of it. I'm a little upset that, that my mic was off. This happened before. Sucks! So I'm sorry for that long few minutes of silence and me just moving my lips and nothing coming out. Faux shit on my face. But as I was saying, look them up. Walkaway. There's a bunch of liberals on there, ex-liberals that literally walked away, did their research, and found out that the left is not about you. They're about themselves. And that's it. If you don't like being a sheep, do your research. Again, I apologize. I can't believe I did that. Ugh. Anyway.
There's nowhere to hide. We know who you are.
People are gonna come after us, aren't they?
We need to go.
Dad, what are you planning to do?
You have no idea what you're getting into.
I just need to make sense of this.
I know you're fighting for us. But this is my fight, too.
You knew going after powerful people was a dangerous business.
As long as we're together, we're still a family.
Ultimate poop on my face. What an idiot, man. Guys, I am so sorry as I interrupted the Sweet Girl trailer. I forgot to turn the mic back on because, you know, since I'm on my phone and it's on a bracket, there's a background noise that I can't control. I don't know what it is. Even though the phone's sitting there doing nothing, some noises drive me nuts. Sounds like static. And I forgot to turn the mic on. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, walk away. Family, I love you. Stop posting bullshit that you don't know. You sound like an idiot. You look like an idiot. Do your research. That guy that I posted, Spanish guy, I think that's what he was, Dominican, whatever country he was from. Common sense. What this show's mostly about, and random shit, as I just did. Seriously, guys, man. Guys, gals, two genders. Just saying. Do your research, man. Woman, two genders. Walk away. Don't look like a fool. That's all I'm saying. I said before, this guy had TDS. This guy believed the bullshit. I was there, not because I was a liberal. I was never a liberal. I was just comfortable. Like most Puerto Rican Democrats where I grew up, Puerto Rican Americans, they just didn't know any better. They didn't follow politics. They just were comfortable, you know, accepting help from the government. Understand that it's not about the government helping. It's about this country being free and capitalism where you can move forward on your own and do your shit. You'll be better off instead of being in the ghetto. Just saying. Anyway, yeah, great movie, Sweet Girl. I'm so pissed off. I forgot to turn the mic on. You guys are probably like, oh, idiot, let me not watch this guy anymore. Yeah, because he, it's just an idiot. Anyway, yeah. So, did you watch this one? What an idiot. Hold on a second. Let me use my screen magic here. Move that around. Idiot. The Tomorrow War. Chris Pratt. Another good movie with a twist. Not in the end, but halfway through. It's a, I think, Amazon movie. The other one was Netflix. You can look it up. I think it's still there. This, I think, is still. I just watched this about 2 weeks ago. Another great movie. I keep saying this. I know it's my opinion. I'm not going to show you a shit movie. I'm going to show you movies that my opinion, think were good. Good to watch on your day off. If you're looking for something to watch and you haven't watched none of these movies, being that this is a common sense and random shit show, I'm going to talk about random shit. The random shit I like to talk about is movies because I am a big movie guy. I like to escape And this is a good way to escape. Check this out.
Okay, none of you are my child. Has anyone seen Miri? Aww.
We are fighting a war 30 years in the future.
Is this a joke?
Our enemy is not human. We need you to fight.
You got drafted.
I will be back.
Why is this happening? What about the teachers' deferment and the veterans' deferment?
If I don't go, they're going to draft you in my place. But if something does happen to me, you and Miri will be taken care of.
If something happens to you, Dan, 70% of draftees do not return.
Sometimes a man does what's best for his family, not himself.
Move your shirt, please.
Wait, what's this for?
It was just a test.
Oh, a seatbelt. Was it a driving test? No? You don't have jokes in the future?
This device facilitates your jump to and from the future war.
1 minute to jump.
Oh, here, buddy. Take that. You just whip it around like that.
How are you so calm?
Long story.
Are you ex-military?
Yeah. Kind of a short story, I guess.
3, 2, 1. In 11 months' time, all human beings in the future will be wiped from the face of the earth. Unless you help us.
I was trying to save my daughter. If I gotta save the world to save her, then I'm gonna do it.
This is the end. The human species will disappear from the face of the earth. We are literally living on borrowed time.
There's still a chance that we can stop this war from ever happening. So we gotta fight.
Well, it's nice knowing you.
As I said, good action movie, good flick, science fiction, but I'm a big fan of the time travel thing. I mean, Back to the Future was a shit back in the 80s. A Moment in Time, I can name a lot of movies. I've always been fascinated by time travel. Trust me, if I could go back, I'd probably be retired military right now. I'm just saying, I wouldn't make the same mistakes. I wouldn't be an ex-convict, but it's whatever. It's not reality. Sometimes we got to take ourselves out of reality, and right now, with everything that's going on in America, this is a good way to escape, watch some movies, and just forget all the bullshit that's going on. The shit show, because it's still going on. Wake up, America. And America's back. You already know we have the right president, the right people in charge, and it is what it is. As this guy always says. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Rumble, Facebook, The Conservatives Con, or Fernando Rivera Jr., Common Sense, a Random Poop Show. X, not posting much. I should post more, but believe it or not, there's still bots on there. Yeah, I keep getting requested messages from these bots from overseas, whatever it is. It's crazy how they still get on there. Instagram, The Conservative X-Con, or the Common Sense, a Random Poop Show, or Shit Show, whatever it may be. Love you guys. Stay true to red, white, and blue. Watch this. Let me know what you think. Any movies I've talked about before, let me know what you think. Please write me. You want to talk about something? Let's see. Also, next week, I haven't talked to him yet, but I'm going to interview someone, one of my bosses. Yeah, you. Yeah, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. And I want to talk about a few things, a few questions I have to him and I. We'll see. I think it's going to be interesting. As I said, love you guys. Please subscribe. Please like. Please share. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. You already know. Yeah. Peace out. Idiot.
Ladies and gentlemen.